Well, December is here, snow is falling, decorations are rising, and our wallets are getting thinner as we rush to buy perfect gifts for our loved ones. Or ourselves. Truly, Christmas is among us, which means we'll all celebrate our Christmas traditions. And of course, my Christmas traditions are making homemade apple cider, decorating, listening to Christmas music, and watching the classics on the TV. And my new tradition, examine every part of these classics and see where the secrets are that need to be answered. Honestly, I've been doing this a lot more lately with most media, mostly games and movies. But while I was scrolling through the internet, I noticed a lot of people seem to be focused on one detail from the Christmas classic Rudolph the Red Nose Reindeer. And that thing isn't the fact that Santa's a jerk in the film. Well, maybe that plays a part in it. No, the real thing that people are asking is, why is this doll here from the film on the Island of Misfit Toys? So that's what I'm going to try to answer today. Well, first, let's look into what the Island of Misfit Toys is. Well, truthfully, I don't need to go into a lot of detail here. The name of the island says it all. This is an island that is home to the Misfit Toys. Toys who have been abandoned by their owners cause they're misfits. They're weird and different. As shown in the film, you see a train with square wheels, a cowboy who rides an ostrich, and a boat who sinks. There are several more that are in fact different. But the one that people seem to be most confused about is the fact that the doll joins them on this island. When you look at her, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. She looks like a normal doll. So why is such a normal doll on the island that is meant for misfit toys? Well, I may have the answer. Now, to be weird or different, many may think it would show on the surface. I mean, all the other toys show on the outside, but what if the doll has something wrong on the inside that makes her a misfit? Please stay with me here. I believe what makes this doll a misfit is because she is dealing with a mental illness, most likely depression. Just hear me out on this one. What is the core message of this film? To accept everybody's differences. Rudolph's red nose, Hermie wanting to be a dentist, and of course the misfit toys. And all of these misfit toys have something that makes them a misfit. But this doll doesn't show anything on the outside. So the quote-unquote problem has to be on the inside. And the problem is that she has depression from the beginning. And the problem is that she has depression from being abandoned from her previous owner. Sure, all the other toys are sad, but whatever happened to her hit her so hard that she is now depressed, as she feels unloved and abandoned. And even though this is all in her head, it is still very real for her. So I'm guessing this is how it went. She was abandoned by her owner and became sad with a frown on her face. And what kid would want to play with a doll that has a frown? So while the winged lion named King Moonracer, who brings the toys to the island until he can find a home for them and for children who will love them, he finds this sad doll and brings her to the island because to all of these kids, she is too different. And that is why she is on the island. Because her depression is considered to be too different. And why wouldn't it? As sad as this is, it makes sense. They considered Rudolph to be too different and act rude to him because of the way he was born. And they also act rudely towards Hermie, who just wants to help people with their teeth problems. And not just anybody, but Santa of all people, is rude to the people who are different. Santa, the one who judges children on who's naughty and nice, the one who's supposedly the most holly and jolly person in the world, is being rude and judgmental to those who are different. In this world, they judge those who are different, and this doll is considered to be a misfit because of her mental illness. I know this concept may seem crazy now, but a study by The Lancet back in 2012 had 1,082 adult participants who had major depressive disorder, and 79% reported that they have experienced discrimination for their mental illness. And this study was in 2012. Just imagine how bad it was back in the 60s. As sad as this is, it makes a lot of sense why this doll was placed on the Island of Misfit Toys. As real as her depression is, it seems too different for the children playing with her. And to add a cherry on top of this theory is what Arthur Rankin Jr., producer of the film, had to say about this very issue. According to a 1970 interview, which is being shown, Rankin said Dolly's problem was psychological, caused from being abandoned by her mistress and suffering from depression from feeling unloved.
And then there were also, of course, the characters from the Island of Misfit Toys, and the script, I'm sure, drove that in terms of what was wrong with each toy.
Yes.
Now, the little girl, what was wrong with the little girl? People always ask that.
I know. Why was she there? I always say, well, she had psychiatric problems.
So there we have it. In the 1964 classic Rudolph the Red Nose Reindeer, the doll from the Island of Misfit Toys isn't there because she looks weird or has a weird name. No, it's because she's different. It's because she's suffering from depression because she was abandoned and now feels unloved. So while she may appear normal, her pain was real. So to everyone Christmas is close and I can understand why this video may have brought a frown to your face. But remember, in the end of the film, Santa saved her and the other misfit toys, and she now has a new kid to play with her. Things turned out well for her, and I want you to remember that if you have depression like Dolly here, I know things are hard, and I know the pain is real, but you are all strong, and soon, just like Dolly, happiness will come. I know it can seem hard while everyone is smiling for Christmas, while you are going through very real pain, but I know you are strong enough. And for anyone who knows anyone who struggles with depression, be patient with them, be understanding, and most importantly, be there for them, because abandoning them would just make it so much worse, as they do not mean to push you away. Remember, just because you don't see it doesn't make it any less real for them. And if you want to help support research to help those with depression or anxiety, please visit Brain and Behavior Research Foundation website to donate to help fund research on mental illnesses. Thank you everybody for watching, and I wish you a very Merry Christmas. See you next time.